that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 million bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit. Run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up.
I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it, blinding my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the San Francisco 49ers. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Bell. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Jets first down.
We're going to start. Black spot 4. Lady. Check to lady. There we go. Nice touch.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point safely through, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Right there. 54, right there, 54.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Garoppolo now, first down throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, you don't want none.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Wait, 80. Check. Watch 54. Know your job.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. There's Garoppolo to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And a loose football. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
Wait.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big run that time by Bell. 74 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On on 2nd and 2. Darnold. Anubel's got it. Complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Bell. And defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space. Not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Back to throw, Darnold. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together.
Yeah, the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Jenkins coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Garoppolo. The connection made. It's Graham. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. It's Coleman here. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Jordan Willis in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down now, it's Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Darnold got an open man. It's a noon one. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turn it upfield for good yardage. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. From 8 yards out, and the Jets are going to retake the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10.
49ers 10.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync,
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
56. It's our time. It's our time, guys. Check.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Coleman. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the 1st half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
Go, go.
Darnold from the gun. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And his kick is indeed good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
11.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw is Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They will run again with Coleman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Garoppolo now, 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Darrell Roberts right there on the coverage. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. Man open. It's Goodwin. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait, Edie!
They'll run on first down. Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Man, I got you.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Found his target, it's Anderson. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. A first down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's second down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 24, check 24.
Throwing on second and 8, Darnold. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A run by Bell on first down, going to go nowhere as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Darnold. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Nick Bosa, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Watch the run, watch the run. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he's going to go down again. Dee Ford, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now it's Crowder. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th, touchdown, 49ers! Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Bell. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Again, it's Bell. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go again with Cannon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, do. Check 59, Mike is 59.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Check 49, check 49.
On 2nd down now, it's Evans. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Here's Bell, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Garoppolo now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. This is Coleman with a grab. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The safety Jamal Adams able to break that one up. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check. Watch 54. I'm on 36.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Here goes Hunt. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
The Jets with victory seemingly in hand. They take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
What's that? 54, right there. 54, Mike. Come on. You better bring it.
Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jets, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.